everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we're in a different setup. I'm actually downstairs in my living room. I just thought I would change up the background because you always see my bedroom, and since nobody's home I thought we would sit on the couch and film a nice lovely sit down video. And today I'm going to be doing my updated baby names video. These are really popular on YouTube. They go around quite a lot. I am in no way a baby names expert. These are literally names that I like and that I would name my children if I had children. I'm not pregnant. I have no children. Don't plan to be pregnant anytime soon, but these are the names that I would have if I had a child. Obviously there's a lot of names on here and I've done 2 of these previously. I'll link them down below. So most of these names might be repeated, but there is a few more. So I thought we would literally just get on and crack into this video now. Let's just put this down here. Okay. Right. So, before we get into this video, please do remember to go and click the like button. It's on the screen. It's on the screen. The like button is down below, as well as the subscribe button. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel and you would like to see more of me, then definitely scroll down and click that subscribe button as well. And you can be notified when I upload more videos if you click the notification bell. So do that as well whilst you're down there. It saves you a lot of time going back and forth. And yeah, give it a like I said, if you like these videos. I will do more if you like them when I come up with more baby names, but we do have a lot. And also check out my social media links. They're always on the screen as well as down below in the description box. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start with my girl names and then go on to the boys' names. So I have a long list of girls' names, so I'm just going to pick ones out that I think I didn't put into my 2 previous ones, because it will be a lot of repeated stuff that you would have already seen me talk about. So I think we will start with the name Kinsley. It sounds a bit like Kingsley, but it's Kinsley. This name I just really like. I feel like it's a really strong, independent name. I don't actually know the meanings, but I will leave the meanings on the screen. Instead of me spending loads of time trying to find out the meaning, I'll put little pictures of what the names mean. But to me, this name just feels like strong, fierce, independent. Kind of reminds me of a king, but the female version, so more of a queen. And I just really like it. You don't hear a lot of Kinsleys in Europe or in England as much as you probably would do in America. But I also find that if you've got twins and you have a boy and a girl, Kinsley and Kingsley would sound really nice together. I don't know, that's just me. It could be a bit too much Kings, but I really like it. The next one I have is Tatum. This one I actually found obviously from Channing Tatum. I took his last name, but also there is a Instagram mummy on Instagram. Her daughter's is called Tatum, and I really, really, really like it. She's got, I think, 2 twin girls, one called Oakley and one called Tatum, and I just really like them. And they're both girls, which I think is a really unisex name. Like, you'll never hear a girl where I live in England with the names Tatum and Oakley ever. So I think they're really unisex names, and I just really like it. The next one I have is Amberly. This one I love, and I actually got this name from a Netflix show, but I can't remember what it was called. But I fell in love with the name. I watched the whole series and the second series, and throughout the whole series of the program I was like, yes, I love that name. This name to me, it just reminds me of like fall. So if you had a fall baby, I would definitely call her Amberly. I just feel like it's a really nice name, and it's amber, so it means orange. The whole thing in prospectus means orange, and I just feel like it would be an awesome name if your child was born in autumn. Love it. The next one I have is Vienna, and then the next one I have afterwards is Lucia. You can name this Lucia either Lucia or Lucia. I actually have a cousin called Lucia, but in my way, I would say it as Lucia, and I would put Vienna and Lucia together. I just feel like as that a double barrel name, that is perfection. I would name my child that if my boyfriend wasn't such a I want English names type of man. But yeah, I just think Vienna, Lucia together sounds amazing. And obviously Vienna is a place in Italy, I believe. Don't hold me to that, I could be wrong. And Italy is somewhere that I would really like to travel. And Lucia, I actually found it on Pinterest. At least I think that's how you say it. I think you say it Lucia, but that's how I would pronounce it anyway. And I just really like that name. The next one I have is Cara. This one is probably the most English name I have on this list. Probably, I would say so. Obviously there's Cara Delevingne and Cara Delehoid Massey, I think. And I really like the name Cara. I just don't know if I would use it for my child, but it is a name that is on my baby names list because I have loved it and I can't seem to delete it. Obviously this is on notes, so I can delete these names anytime I want, but it's been on there for a couple of years now and I haven't deleted it yet, which means I'm still loving it. But yeah, I do like it. The next name I have is, this one would not be for everybody, and now I'm thinking I probably wouldn't name it for my child, but it is a really nice name. It might not even be a name, I could have just made it up, but the name is Romy, spelled R-O-M-Y. I do really like it. I think it reminds me of Rome and being in Italy, again like I said, and it just reminds me of like a Greek goddess. I don't know, could you imagine a little girl called Romy? I don't know. You could also, if you had twins, Romy and Roman. I think that sounds really well. Next one I have to say is so far my favourite baby name of all time. And you know when you're playing those games like Episode and all the ones where you can choose names for your characters, this is the name I've been choosing for every single game that I've been playing, and it's the name Arabella. I don't know why, I just feel like you don't hear a lot of Arabellas nowadays in England, and I just feel like it's a really nice name. I feel like this is a name that you could use all the way through, so like from birth to toddlers to adults. That's what I try and figure out when I'm choosing names, or like if I'm going to name my child. I want it to be a name that they can use throughout the whole of their life, not just because it sounds good as a baby. Like my sister's name is Tilly, and to me, I feel like when she gets to my age, no one is going to call her Tilly. I feel like when she was a baby, Tilly sounded great, but now she's getting older. My sister is she just turned 12. So I feel like as she gets older, her name is going to be Till or like T or something like that. I just don't think it's going to stay as Tilly for the whole of her life. So yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, I love Arabella, and for a nickname, you can call her Ari or Belle or Bella. I really love it. Next one I have is Mila. I love this name, and I actually heard this name somewhere online. I think I was scrolling through something and I found it, and then I came into work and there was a little girl with the same name and I just really like Mila. I think it's a really lovely name. It also reminds me of like spring, summer, because Mila, it sounds like a May. I think as well, if you had like nicknames, you could call them like May or Lily or Lila. You know, it's really lovely names. Then the last two on my list, again, this is another one of my favourite names. I can't seem to get rid of it. It's really unusual for me. I've never, ever, ever in my whole 21 years of life ever heard of a child with this name. I think it's really unisex. I think this could be used as a girl and a boy. And it could also be used as a middle name, double barrel name. I do have like middle names I would use for this, and this name is Lennon. Obviously, that the child might think you're named after John Lennon, but I do really like it. I think Lennon is a name that you wouldn't hear as much as like Harry, Louis, what other names? Lucy, Emma. Like, they're mostly like, this is like really unisex, you wouldn't hear it at all. And then the last name that I have on my girls list is Amelie. Again, it sounds very similar to Amberly, but Amelie just reminds me of a little girl, pigtails in her hair, picking up flowers on the grass. She just is a nice little girl, the name Amelie. And I feel like it's a really grown-up, confident name. Like, I feel like if you were to say, my name is Amelie, I feel like it's really confident. And I can just see a little girl being really confident, walking into school saying, hello, my name's Amelie. It's just really lovely. So that's all of my girls' names. I think I do have more, but I've talked about them in previous videos, so I'm not going to talk about those. Now we're going to move on to the boys' names, so I'm going to go with what I think I haven't already said. So the first name that I have, again, really, really unusual here in England. It's more, I would say, popular in America than it is in England. It's, again, a unisex name. This can be used for a girl and a boy. And that name is Phoenix. Now, I have a friend who's just had a baby and named her Peyton. And she said, this is the first time I've ever heard someone ever say this name. She's like, if I had another child and I had a girl, I would call her Phoenix. And I just feel like it's a really strong name. It's obviously a bird. I think a phoenix is a bird, so it's a nature name. And I do really like it. But like I said, I will put the meanings of what they mean on the screen. And then the next name is my all-time favourite boy's name. And that is Luca. I really like it. Luca is obviously Italian, I believe so. So again, reminds me of Italy. And I just really like it. It's a 4-syllable letter, so I feel like, word. I feel like it's really easy for a child to spell, you know, and you have to go and spell your name. I feel like Luca is really easy to spell. And not too hard, because I know when I was younger, my name is a 6-letter name, so it was really hard to spell my name. And yeah, it's really nice. The next name I have is Cody. This one probably wouldn't use to name my child. I feel like it's more of a dog's name, but if your child is called Cody, I'm in no way offending you. I do really like the name Cody. I could imagine it for a baby and a toddler, not for anyone older. I know there is Cody Simpson, who is an American singer, and I do really like the name. That's where I got the name from, but I don't know if I would use the name Cody. Next one I have is a name that I would use for Lennon, like I said earlier. This is the name I would use for the middle name, because obviously the last name has to be the last name of the mum or the dad, whatever one you choose. But I would use this as a boy's name for a first name, and then for a girl's second name to go with Lennon. So this name is Wesley. I just think Lennon Wesley and then your last name sounds perfect. Obviously it is a bit of a boy's name, but I think it could be unisex, you know. I think you could make it work. But yeah, I like it for a baby boy. I just feel like Wesley is a really cute little name. You never hear the name Wesley. And you could nickname it to Wes. I just think it's really cute. The next name I have is Alexander. This again is a nice name. I think this name is Greek. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But I think it's really nice. You could have nicknames Alex, Xander. Like, it's just really cute. I do really like it. The next name I have is Cooper. Now that I've said that, it sounds more like I would want to name my dog Cooper or my animals. But there is is it Danny Jones? I think he's named his child Cooper. So it is a really nice name. It's getting more popular nowadays than it would be a few years ago. But I do really like it. It's got 2 O's. It's a 6-syllable name, but it's really easy to spell. It's not hard. So I do think it's really lovely. The next name I have is Miles. Now this used to be my favourite name, along with Noah, which I said in a previous one. Noah is my top name. I want to name my child Noah, but no one likes him. And then we moved to Luca, and then the third one would be Miles. I really like Miles. I just feel like it's a proper adult name. Could you imagine your child with the name Miles? I think it's really nice. Then 3 names left. The next name I have is Rory. I really like this name. I don't know if I would use it for my child, but I put that name on there a couple of days ago, so it's still quite new to me. It hasn't quite sunk in yet on my list. I mean, I've made this list since I was about 16 years old, so about 5 years ago. I feel like it's more of a name that people would kind of get fond of, you know. I feel like Rory is coming more into it now. There's obviously like Rory the Racing Car, which is a TV programme. I wouldn't want my child to feel like I've named them after their favourite TV show. But yeah, I do like the name. I'm not offending anyone if your son is called Rory or your daughter is called Rory. It's a lovely name. I do really like it, but it's not the name that I would choose, even though it is on my baby's name list, if that makes any sense. Okay, the next one that I really love is Sunny. I absolutely love this name. I feel like if your child is born in the summer, this would be the perfect name for you, because obviously sunny, The sun, when it's sunny outside, everything is sunny. Oh, excuse me. I really like it. It's easy to spell, it's dead on to the point, and I can just picture it all the way up to when they're old. And you can have Son as a middle name, or Son, or something like that. Then the last name on my list, which I literally added today, so it's not dead set in my mind yet, but it is the name Brody. I feel like it's quite popular in America than it would be in England, but I feel like Brody is a really strong character name. It kind of reminds me of like knights and things like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I don't know what else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!